Watching Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Good morning and welcome to Season 4 of My River District. I'm back here today in the Rogers studio with Amelia Kraemer. Amelia, you're a pro. Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me.
And this season we'll explore all the same things we've been doing, the interesting people, the wonderful stores, and the great community in My River District. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So this time you're here representing the Owen, you're the co-coordinator of the Owen Sound Community Artist Studio Tour.
That's right.
I'm so excited. This is year 2?
Year 2. So it happens on the third weekend in September. So September 21st and 22nd. It's from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we have over 30 artists at over 20 different studios around Owen Sound.
I am so excited.
I'm so excited
It's
too.
such a wonderful expression of the beautiful art in our community.
Absolutely.
So a couple of the logistics about the tour. Is it meant to be walked, driven?
Some of it can be walked. There's certainly stuff in the River District that can be walked to, like park and then walk around. And then other parts is certainly need to drive. Like there is a studio, Emily By is out in Annan. So
I mean, you could walk.
You could walk. You can bike for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So yeah, I mean, I've been looking at this and there's so much information on this great pamphlet that you guys have done. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Owen Sound Community Artist Studio Tour, but like the group that you've now created around that?
So the group is, it's artists in Owen Sound in the area that, so what's happening is that the Community Artist Studio Tour is engaging with lots of different artists of every type in Owen Sound and area. We're also doing the urban easel banners along the harbor that the city has. We're so grateful to the, I probably touched my microphone. Grateful to the city for all of your help.
Oh man, it was tough this year, kind of rebuilding it from scratch, but next year will be so easy.
I know. Yeah, so we're trying to get all of the artists together under one kind of umbrella rather than having lots of little different silos of individuals and groups and trying to get everyone together on the same page. So it's very exciting.
Well, let's talk about the urban easel.
Yeah.
For a few minutes. The banners look amazing.
They do.
They're so beautiful. They all have a similar kind of template and then the art kind of in the center. And I know that you're looking at changes for next year and things like that. And these are the banners that are on the harbor wall. So the east and west harbor wall, you'll find them, and it has the person or the artist's name.
The artist's name, the title of the work, and our branding colors and stuff. Yeah.
Right. So this is not a new thing for the harbor wall.
Right.
This was the art banner project prior to that? Yes.
Yeah.
But then in collaboration with them and this new kind of group, you guys have worked together to launch it sustainably through the urban easel.
Yes.
Which is so wonderful because the ability to walk around the harbor and see all the beauty of the city and the trees and all that kind of stuff, and then these beautiful artist banner, like it just kind of speaks Owen Sound, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it's green and lush and also really eclectic and arty and all those kinds of things. So many creative people in the area.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So what is the plan once the banners come down?
So the banners will come down likely after Thanksgiving sometime before the snow starts to be crazy. And then they will go into the library for the winter. And then the banners will be returned to the artists, the submitting artists in the spring.
Right. So this is a little bit different. They're not being sold. The artists have already paid to have them. And then they can do with it as they like at the end of it. Correct?
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's lovely that it's going into the library, which is so accessible to everybody and that kind of thing. So love that it's still going there. And it's been there for years, hanging in the what's it called? The Carnegie, yes, area of the library. That's the one with the beautiful fireplace. Yep. And chairs that you can nap in.
Because that's what happens.
Well, I mean, you're reading a nice book in front of a fire, you're going to nap. You can't have a glass of wine, but whatever. Okay, so that's amazing. And when will you do the call out for that for 2025?
I think we want to get it a little bit earlier than we did last year. Last year was kind of scrambly. So probably either December of this year or January of next year, just so that we have enough production time that we can get them up earlier.
So where should they be looking for that information for that call out?
Right now it's at our website, osstudiotour.ca. We'll cross post if anything else, if it lands somewhere else, but
right, you'll put it on Upward Art Studio. You'll tag me because you're so good at tagging the River District, and then I know it's there. And then so we'll share it, or maybe collaborative posts or something like that. So it should be kind of out there.
Absolutely.
And ideally, like the artists who will participate will also have, the creative piece, and then it can just kind of go soon community wide.
Yeah, and we absolutely have a large mailing list of artists. So there'll be an email blast or 3.
5. Depends, you better answer. Or you will get more. That's amazing. And so are there any other projects that you guys are working on under this kind of banner, this umbrella of artists?
We are working with Heritage Place Shopping Center for their pop-up shop thing before Christmas. So that's absolutely happening. And then we have some other ideas in mind that we can't quite share just yet.
That's fair. Yep, that's fair. I appreciate that.
Yep.
I know that I'll know soon. Because I'll just drag it out of you. That's very exciting. And you being as like Upward Art Studio as well, that you can also provide these artists with the tools that they require to make the art that you will also help display. So it's a wonderful kind of circle there. So going back to the Artist Studio Tour, it's happening September 21st and 22nd. So it's a Saturday, Sunday, Friday?
Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, so that's soon. Is there any information that people who are attending it need to know?
There is a map in the brochure. Brochures can be found at many local businesses, including Upwards and lots. They should be everywhere. And so in the brochure is a list of all the artists. And then there's also a 2-page spread of the map. And this map is also available on our website through a Google map that you can actually open on your phone and do all of those things. So that's what that is.
So you can kind of like plan your attack. All I'm feeling is like when you used to have the TV guide. And you would like mark what you want to do. You can basically take the map and do exactly that. Mark all the locations. I mean, you're going to want to go to all the locations, but it's over 2 days. So you can mark it in a couple of different ways and decide whether or not you're going to do the River District area or outside. And it's attainable to do within 1 day if you wanted to, right?
Maybe. Depends on how long you talk to the artist, because that absolutely happens. That feel free to ask artists about their process, about like why they name that work a certain thing. There will certainly be people demoing how they do their crafts.
I was just going to ask that.
It's going to be amazing.
So what kind of artists do you have?
So we have a lot of painters. We have a bookmaker.
Interesting.
Amazing. She makes amazing books. We have a wood turner, a fused glass artist, and a lot of painters. Next year, we would love to have some ceramicists and maybe some more woodworkers in other ways. And
excellent. That's amazing. And I mean, we have so many, paint-based artists that are so amazing, but there is those other kinds. Tell me a little bit about the bookmaking?
The bookmaking, that's by Carrie Brana. So she is a master. There's like some sort of accreditation that you can get. So she's a master bookmaker. So everything, her pages are handmade. All of the bindings are hand binded. Bound. And they come in various sizes, various covers. She makes the covers. They're gorgeous.
So these books, are they meant to like take notes in? Are they meant to be like photographed, like albums, or?
They're more like notebooks or sketchbooks, or art piece by itself, because they are so gorgeous. They're gorgeous.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about any other? I'm just going to go down the list and make you tell me all about these without letting you look.
Okay. Here's the quiz.
Yeah, right? Don't fail. You're on TV. Okay, so we've got some really beautiful paintings. Mm-hmm. I'm recognizing many of these names. I have one of these on my desk. I've been looking at it every single day for like a month and a half.
Have you planned your route already?
I have not planned my route yet. Okay. I will do that the morning of, cause myself a lot of anxiety and tell myself that I'm going to go to all of them all at the same time. Because that's just how I work.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for, Clearly Beloved Glass. I've worked with them.
Yes, I have an example of some of Susan Adaskin's work. So you can see her at Summerfolk, and her studio is open for classes and stuff. So this is a piece of hers. So it's a fused glass nightlight. When it's plugged in, it's so gorgeous and beautiful.
Yeah, it would give like a stained glass kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, so she makes other fused glass jewelry and other like wall art as well. So
okay, that's very, very cool. What other? Is there anybody who stands out to you? You've got a couple of community groups that are part of this as well, not kind of like a self-titled artist, but a group that comes out and does a piece that's, obviously very wonderful. You've got Reach Center.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so they have an art program through Reach, and so they are opening their center, kind of like an open house type thing, so that people can see what programs they run, and then there will also absolutely be art by the artists there.
Okay, fantastic. And I know they've had a couple of art pieces. I actually have Jennifer coming on.
Okay.
And they'll talk about all of those things that they've been working on as well, which I think is just so lovely. There was some sort of art quilt and beautiful stuff. Can you tell me about some of the artists and the kinds of paintings they do? Is there anything particularly stand out to you? Because art is very,
So we have from highly realistic, like you would look at it and go, I'm surprised that that's a painting.
There's a dog in here. Is that a painting or is that a photo?
That's a photo.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, this big pick art ad, that's a large painting.
Ooh.
So she does it with acrylic glazes in layers, and they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
So much depth and so much detail. They're beautiful. So that's Caroline Tremblay.
Okay, yes, you're right here. She's number 2A.
Yes, near Harrison Park.
Okay, good to know, good to know. And I mean, it's all outlined here very easily that you can pay attention and kind of figure out your route and everything like that.
Yeah, so we have from high realism, which I would say is Caroline, to extremely abstract, which I would say is Wendy Bashu.
Okay.
Wendy works with cold wax and oil, and her paintings can be, kind of like a 12 by 12-ish size to like huge.
Okay.
So anything in between, and they're so textural because of the wax, and it's beautiful.
Now, Sarah McComb-Turbot, photo?
She's also a painter. She has.
Is this a photo or is
that's a painting?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Learning so much.
So Sarah, unfortunately, will not be on the tour this year.
Oh no.
Well, unfortunate for us, but very fortunate for her. She is releasing a new artwork to the Artists for Conservation in Vancouver, BC that weekend. So it's a huge deal.
Big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Good reason to be
to miss it, but yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Well, obviously, I've seen this painting before. Again, still think it's a photograph.
Yep.
So I am familiar with that. So it'll be nice to have her back next year.
Yes. Yeah.
So with that, we're going to go to break. And when we come back, we're going to talk more things. Owen Sound Community Artist Studio Tour.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Set of Attack Rap. I'm your host, Nick Kennedy. We're off to another season here of Attack Rap. Episode 1 already underway. Coming up, you've got episode 2. We're going to have both assistant coaches, Brendan Shaw, Regan O'Grady, joining us here on the show. So make sure you guys tune in to Attack Rap this week as we break down all to come this season for the Owen Sound Attack.
Welcome to Central Westside United Church.
I'm Carol Merton. Please join me for HealthLink, a program connecting home, community, and healthcare. Please join me and watch HealthLink on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Season 4, My River District. I'm sitting down with Amelia Kraemer, the co-coordinator of the Owen Sound Community Artist Studio Tour.
You got it.
I wrote it down. During the break, she taught me how to fold this back up, and I have since ruined it. But what I wanted to talk to you about now was this ballot.
Absolutely. So the ballot is for participants, so the public, to fill out. And when they're at a studio, they can get signatures or a stamp or
however the artist has agreed to do it.
Yeah. And so once you have 5 signatures, you can hand in that ballot and get a new one.
Oh, you can keep doing it.
You can keep doing it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So really, if you visited all, all the places, you could have what, 6 ballots? Is my math good or not?
And so you've completed these ballots, and where do you hand it in afterwards?
So you can hand it in to any of the tours. So if it's the last studio on your route, then you could just hand it in there. And then we collect them and put them all in a spreadsheet, actually.
So glamorous.
I know. And then Caroline and I, once a month at least, go on Facebook Live.
Oh, yeah.
Which is getting more and more ridiculous.
Sure.
And draw a prize using our big wheel of names. And
okay, so this is going to be monthly.
Monthly.
Okay,
yes.
so it's not just all pulled out of a hat right after the event.
Yeah.
And can you win more than once?
No, you can win more than once, but all of your entry, like if you had 5 ballots, then you would have 5 entries. But once your name is drawn, then
all the entries go.
That's
Got it. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
There's a total of what? Did you say 15, 16?
There's 15 prizes donated this year by the artists. And yeah, so I have some examples here. So we saw
please.
Susan's Nightlight. This is a hand-turned bowl by Adam Cottrell, so with a live edge. So that's one of the prizes.
There would be apples or something in that.
You could keep apples or, some fruit. Just like, look at it on a table.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Yeah. And I have, what else do I have here? I have a painting. It's very vibrant and kind of impressionistic of a landscape kind of roadway. I believe this is on the way to Meaford.
I was just going to say that that's what that is.
Yeah. So this is by Lydia Knox. So she's on the tour as well. And her paintings, she's very prolific with painting. And she'll have lots of art.
It's incredible.
Yeah. And then I have one more painting. So this is by Corey Hilliker. So this is acrylic as well. And she'll be with Caroline, actually, the very high realism.
Okay.
Yeah, so more abstract-ish and color blending and
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so there's lots of different prizes. We'll have pictures of all our prizes on our website once the tour's closer to being done.
You're good. You came out with this like months ago.
I know.
That's very impressive. I would be getting it out like tomorrow.
We want to, like every year we say we're going to hit the brochure swap deadline and then miss it. So our goal next year is to hit the brochure swap deadline.
You have some at City Hall, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and at the Visitor Center at the Tom?
At the Visitor Center at the Tom.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's those are great places. Did you drop any off at Harrison Park?
Yes. I'm not on that committee, so
I'm just going to ask you all of these things. Well, did you do it here?
Farmers Market. I believe there's people this Saturday handing them out at the Farmers Market. So
okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. And can you pick them up by at the artist's place, or do you need it before you start the?
No, we each have them at our studios as well. So even if you can get yourself to one. And, yeah.
Awesome. Well, and you'll need to pick up additional as you go.
Absolutely.
Right. So they might have some. Okay, and you've got a beautiful painting picture. This one's a picture.
Oh, this one's a picture.
Right.
So this is by Jana Lewis. So she is a photographer. She writes poetry. She does stage plays. Like, so huge artist, like very creative. So she will be showing at the group location at Heritage Place Shopping Center.
Okay.
So there's 4 of them there, including Adam with the bowl and Jana, and then there's 2 other painters, and Joanna Applin is also at the mall at her own studio. So.
Oh, right, yeah, 'cause she's got the beautiful gallery there, right?
So beautiful.
Yeah, really beautiful. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Did you bring us any other goodies? Did you bring us anything to eat?
No. I know, there's no bakers or anything on this tour. I keep trying to get...
I'll just bring everybody up to my house, be like, I'll make cupcakes. Make 100 of those. That's incredible. And so again, to win that, you get one of these.
Yep.
Can you do this digitally, or does this have to be done?
It has to be, yeah, we haven't quite figured out a digital one.
Sure, but as long as you can get these at all the artists, you just need to get to the first artist, then you're good to go.
Yeah.
Perfect. So so you just need to include your name, address, postal code, phone number, email address. You will opt in to their mailing list. And so it says visit 5 studios to be eligible for one of our monthly prizes. So you have 15. So you're gonna go for 15 months.
So we're gonna go for it's actually from so we'll draw starting in October. I couldn't remember the month after September.
That's okay.
Yeah, so this past year, we had so many prizes that I think starting in February, we started drawing 2 a month. So,
okay, so tons of opportunity to win.
Absolutely.
Watch artists demo their art.
Yep.
Are they all demoing their art? No.
Not all of them, but a lot of them will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And they'll have multiple pieces there. Are any of the pieces for sale?
Yes, there will be certainly pieces for sale. There might be some that are not for sale that are more demonstration or that are committed to a show already. So, but most of the artwork will be for sale.
And you had a very special event at the Grey Gallery,
right?
Which is, of course, in the River District.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So Grey Gallery has graciously offered to host a group exhibition. So all of the artists on the studio tour have submitted work. And so it's a great place to start your tour.
Okay.
So you can kind of preview, the brochure has some like little thumbnail images, and our website, you're looking at it digitally, but this you'll be able to see them in real life and then kind of plan your tour from there. That
is a very cool thing. And so that started...
It started on it opened the 14th, and then we had the opening reception the 15th, and it's on until the 28th.
Okay, and the opening reception, was that just for the artists, or was that for...
It was for everyone.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So Grey Gallery, let me do this. So Grey Gallery is across from...
Kind of RBC.
RBC, yes. And they've got the garden to the right or left of it, depending which way you're coming. Grey Gallery Garden. And it's a beautiful space.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
Absolutely. And I mean, they always have beautiful artists in there, and they also offer life drawing
classes
on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
I think those are back. They were like off for the summer so they could take some vacation, and then they were back.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I recognize so many names on this, which makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So before we can get these from City Hall,
basically
Visitor Center, any of like your studio.
Yep.
Are they at the Artists Co-op?
The Co-op.
Okay.
Grey Gallery. They're like blanketed.
Just find one.
They're blanketed over like Grey Bruce Simcoe. I think there's some in Wellington County, some in Huron. So they're hard to miss.
Congratulations on getting that done.
Yeah.
When will you start planning for next year?
We have kind of started planning what we would like to happen next year.
Okay.
So registration for this will likely come out similar time as the banners.
Okay.
So either December of this year or January of next year, again, so that we can get that brochure made earlier.
Right.
So we can
make that brochure swap.
Yeah. Well, it's so key because then we don't have to send out, the poor 25 people on the brochure committee all over the lands.
Well, it's an adventure.
It is an adventure.
It's a brochure adventure.
With their Hobbit gear.
A mule. Amazing. So that will be early next year then.
Yeah.
And they can find you at Upward Art Studio.
Upwards Art
And they
Studio.
can speak to you in there when they're coming for all of their materials. How else can they get a hold of you? You've got your Facebook pages. Which one is that?
Facebook, actually all of our Facebook and Instagram, and actually we have a TikTok this year, and our website, they're all OS Studio Tour.
Perfect.
And then the extension on our website is .ca.
Perfect. That's great.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, if you are a budding artist yourself, you offer a whole bunch of classes to start kind of getting into this field. One thing I wanted to ask you really quickly was, how does the art become an art banner?
The art, so what we're going to look for next year is new artwork.
Okay.
Because we did see that some of the artwork this year that was submitted had been a banner already. So looking for artwork that's new, and by new I mean like within the past 2 years new, right? Because as an artist, sometimes you paint and sometimes you don't.
Sure, you have to be inspired.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So one more thing I completely forgot to ask. Let's tell the audience, what time on the 21st and 22nd does this take place?
So it's 10 to 5 each day.
Okay, and all of the studios have agreed to be open from 10 to 5.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you can start early, you can start late, you can start midday, you can grab lunch in the River District halfway through. Because why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Go to the farmer's market in the morning and
absolutely make a whole day of it. Actually, that's perfect. Show up there around 9 o'clock, hit that for an hour, hit the River District, move on from there. That's a great day. I am going to actually be doing that, so I'm just going to keep this. Thank you very much. Okay, so very last question before we wrap it up. Why do you, as a local, love it here?
I love it here because there's so many artsy people and so many artsy things to do, and I just want to create more of an arts community, and it's such a supportive community.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that. So I want to hand this to you. You probably have 12 of these by now, but still, you are local and you love it here, so you can wear that badge of honor. You actually, as yourself, have great pins in Upward Art Studio too. I would just have them everywhere.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Check out OS Studio Tour.
OS Studio Tour.
Okay.
Yep.
At OS Studio Tour or osstudiotour.ca.
Yep.
Check out Upward Art Studio, where you'll also find the information, and we will have you back another time, I'm sure. Every season, we got to have you at least once.
Okay. Perfect.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Okay, thanks.
We'll see you next time.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
In para hockey, the ice tilts in favor of men. But that will never stop us.
United by passion, battling for equity. We are the National Women's Para Hockey Team of Canada.
We're here.
We're hungry.
We're ready.
Ready to inspire.
Ready to leave our legacy.
Ready to be supported and make history. It's our time. Are you ready?
As a single parent, the weight of responsibility is overwhelming. I'm grateful for the prayers that give me the strength to keep going for my kids' sake and mine. You were there for me, offering support and encouragement